Welcome into episode 32 of JD's Empire Sports Talk. Once again, talking about the Mets. From last week up until now, they're playing really, really good. I know last time we talked, that was closing up the road trip. They were 3-3, but since then, really, really good. They got that one win at the end of Miami, carry that into a nice five-game win streak to start the first homestand of the year against the Blue Jays and again the Marlins. They did lose the last game. Not a great day. They looked like they were kind of sleepwalking through for the most part. And but really they're leaving before a road trip, so not the way you want to end the road trip. But overall, 12 games in, pretty good baseball played by the team. I know there's a few different things that I want to talk about that they can do better at, but I mean you can't complain. They're in first place or right in the mix for first place right now. Uh, the pitching has been good. I know everyone was saying they don't have enough starting pitching to get through a whole season. Well, right now it's working. I know that the starters aren't going very long into games or deep into games. In baseball now, you don't really need to do that, but over a course of an entire season, you're going to need that one guy that you know you're going to get 6 to 7 innings out of every start. And right now, that's not really the case. So they got to sit back and really work on that. And I think once Mania comes back, he could be that type of guy. But he's not around now, so they need to pick up the slack. I know Griffin Canning and Tyler McGill are pitching good, but they're not getting through like 5 innings. Clay Holmes is still he got into the sixth inning in his last start, but he's still trying to work his way up to be a legit starter. Which I think is going to come over time. He looked really good in his last start. His stat line wasn't too great, but I think he pitched better than what the stats were. So that's one thing with the stat lines. It's if you're watching the game, you can see that he did pitch and improved over each of his starts so far, but the stats didn't really reflect that. But he had 10 strikeouts, he had a lot of swing and miss stuff. I know it was cold out, so it was hard. It's hard for pitchers to really do anything in the cold, but he was able to have good success, which you got to carry that into the next start, which should be, I think for Clay, it might be in Minnesota, maybe the end of the A series, depending on how they work out the rotation. So either way, it's on the road, and he'll have to go out there and just keep doing better. I know the AL teams coming up, a few of them, so teams he's faced before, hitters he's faced, so that's good. Maybe he's adding in a little bit of his new pitch mix, and he's able to get these guys out more efficiently because the walks are a little bit of a problem too. But overall, he's pitched pretty good. Senga has looked really good. I think they're just trying to baby him or nurse him through because he could have pitched more than what he did in his last start. He looked really, really good, and they didn't want to push it. And also with days rest, they don't want to push it right now. So I think he's also another guy that he will be fine. It's just that the way they want to push him through slowly is a part of the process. I mean, that's really with this whole rotation is guys that either didn't start at all, or they started in their careers, or have were relievers at one point now back into starters. So it's gonna happen, but as long as they keep winning and they're able to get better, that's all you can ask for. So by the end of the season, they'll be in it. They'll be in the playoff mix, which they should be regardless. But even more, they have a I feel like they should be in the wild card mix, but they could win the division. It just depends on what happens with the rest of the guys. But overall, though, like I said, pretty good. Peterson's another one. He can be that guy, I think, that goes to 6, 7 innings. He struggled in his last start. He was dealing with an illness, which is something that is running around the team a little bit. But I think that Peterson will be fine his next start. He just got to go out there, find that control of the fastball. Because when he loses that control, that's when he usually doesn't do well, and that's what happened against Toronto. I mean, he got it through it, but he definitely didn't have control of his fastball at all, and that's what happens. It's been like that, I feel, from since his rookie year, but he's gotten a lot better with it, and I think he's going to be just fine. But yeah, the theme of what I was getting at was this is a work in progress. But the bullpen, sticking with the pitching, the bullpen has um, been really good. I'm kind of shocked to even admit that and say that because I didn't think it was going to be that great. I know they had Brazoban on the team, and he was like, "Oh, Brazoban, he was terrible last year." Well, he's pitched great. I think he's pitched like 10 innings or almost 10 innings already. Um, 1 or 2 runs given up. He's looked great. Pitch mix is a little different now, so I guess he went into the pitching lab with all the gurus they got there, and they really put him to work the way that they wanted him to, telling him that he throws 97. Why are you not throwing your fastball as much? And why are you throwing so many off speed, especially changeups when you throw that hard out of the pen for an inning? It's going to be tough to hit, especially the way he throws. And that's good. He's doing great. Max Kranick, I'm so happy for him. He's doing terrific. I know he was supposed to make the team last year. Someone I follow, I remember they signed him. I was like, oh, this guy's he's gonna be all right. I think that if he stayed with the Pirates, he probably would have wound up being in their starting rotation at some point, but he wasn't able to. Things happen and stuff like that. Mets, I'm so happy they picked him up, and year late, but he is getting the recognition, and he's doing terrific. I mean, out of the bullpen, doesn't matter what you need him to do. Every time he goes out there, he can go more than an inning. Efficient with the pitch count, where he can rest a day or two and be back for the next outing. Um, and he's able to pick up that starter. So say technically, I mean, I know McGill didn't do great. 4 innings plus Kranick's two. Just think, I mean, it took you two guys to get there, but that's 6 innings. Where you're not really going to use Kranick in situations where at the end of the game it's close and stuff like that because you want him for multiple innings. I mean, he can get into that point, but when he starts his outings, he's usually not going to get there or be in that spot. So I think that could be the spot, the way they go. If a starter can't get deep more than 4 or 5 innings, bring in Kranick for two, you're at the sixth or seventh inning already. You're in good shape. I know you can't do that every game, but if you're able to do that once every maybe 3 days, um, maybe every 4 days, depending on how many pitches and innings he throws, you're gonna be just fine. So he's doing great. I think what the key to the bullpen is that everyone knows their role, and I think they have even more room to grow because Minter is gonna be an X factor, I think, for this pen, and he's not really 100% yet. I know Stanek hasn't pitched too much. I'm not sure why. He's going to be just fine. Danny Young, I think, will be sent down. I think Nunez will be up pretty soon. I give it another week or two, maybe a little longer. I don't see it though. I think that Nunez is just trying to get his feet under him, and he'll be up because they don't really, like I said last week, they don't need two lefties. Danny Young is good to have because he is a lefty, but there's these guys that have in the bullpen. Reed Garrett, like I said, now it's Buteau, I guess his new name. He's another one that he can get lefties out. Nunez when he's up. Stanek is a guy that can get lefties out. All these guys pretty much can, and I think that's going to be good. That they get this bullpen even better than what they are right now because I wouldn't even really mess around with it except for Danny Young. Um, but besides him, yeah, like keep it all the same. They're all doing great. They're all able to pitch in different roles. There's no really, oh, you're only pitching in this spot, and there's no complaining. They're all willing to get in there and throw. My only concern is they have a lot of innings. I think that needs to come down, but that comes with starting pitching going deeper into games, which should happen as the months go on throughout the season. So I think they just need to just keep clicking. That's it. And when you're 8-4 and you're not playing your best, that's great because you know you're winning games and you have more room to grow. It's better than losing. Say they were 3-9 and be like, oh, well, they can't do this, they can't do that. Then you have something to talk about. But besides that, I have no complaints. Pitching, I'm a pitching guy, so I love to see those low scoring affairs that they've been in all season. Offense, I think we'll start with them, continue with them, I should say. I think we should start with the main three because Lindor, Soto, and Alonso are doing their thing already. I thought it would take some time for Alonso to get really going because it seems like though he needs a lot of at bats to do that. But yeah, he proved me wrong. 15 RBIs, if I'm not mistaken, already. Um, in 12 games. 3 or 4 home runs is clutch hitting, though. Clutch hitting, something that he wasn't last year. I know maybe he couldn't take the pressure of trying to play for a contract and all that stuff. Didn't really have a legit bat that like Soto in front of him. Because Vientos, by the time he was really in his form of the way he was playing, it was kind of late for that. So like in the season where Alonso couldn't really get his numbers up, and when he did, when Vientos hit like that, Alonso got his numbers up and it was playoff time. So now he's got someone like Soto who's nothing to take away from Vientos, but Soto is an all class player. And he's hitting in front of Alonso. Soto's getting on. I mean, I don't know if he got on I mean, I don't know if he's ever had a streak like this. I know it was something I saw with his first 11 games as a Met before the other last game that he's gotten on base. I mean, I don't think he's ever had that streak with any other team. So it seems like he's really comfortable already. And he's another one. I don't think he's out where he wants to be yet, power wise. Like he's getting his singles, his little flicks to left field, and all that. But I think power wise, to get him where he starts launching balls to the Shea Bridge in the bullpen, that when that comes, then they really have something to worry about because he's not even 100% with his swing and he's hitting. Same with Lindor. He didn't start out good in Houston, but something clicked in Miami, and he's carried that home. I know he missed the one game with the birth of his son. Then the next game he didn't have any hits, and then after that, last game in Miami, he played great. And then when he got home in the homestand, I think he had 4 games straight with a leadoff. His first step out of the game, well, it wouldn't lead off, like in the sense of for the Mets, with a hit. He's getting a hit, a home run. He's really getting it going. I'm happy to see that he's hitting now because as Met fans, we know every year it's like a month-long Lindor slump. Last year, I think he was like, I don't even want to know, 1 for 30 or something like that, and he picked it up. But imagine what his numbers can be if he's able to hit like this now, this entire month, which is a bonus compared to what he had to go through. So I'm encouraged, though. I'm encouraged by those top three hitting so well this early. Not something I expected, and the lineup needs it because I'm going to be honest with you. Nimmo's doing all right. He has 7 RBIs in the fourth spot. I still think he's trying to get used to hitting fourth. Different approach. I know he used to be a leadoff guy, crazy. Last year he was leadoff up until May, and now he's a four hitter, just the way the lineup is. And I think he's trying to get used to that. I think he needs to focus more on. He doesn't. He's not a power guy. He can hit a home run, but he's not a power guy. He needs to focus on not as much as that slap to left field type of thing, but left center, right, and right center. Hit it there, get doubles, drive in runs. Not that left like I used to, I said, the slap hits the left field. That's a leadoff type of thing. For Nimmo, left center, right center, he's hitting doubles like that. The home runs will come, and then he'll be fine. Because the average I think is a little low. He can hit much better than what he's putting out there right now. And I know it's early in the season, so he'll be fine. The five spot's kind of a toss up whenever Vientos or the DHs are in there. Winker had a really good game against the Blue Jays Saturday night. I think it was 3 hits, 2 triples. He carried them that game. Hasn't really done much else otherwise. Marte getting on with like walks and hit by pitches, but I think his bat will come around. The DH spot is doing. I mean, it's doing better than what they usually have over the previous years. Darren Ruff, Vogelback, whoever the hell else you want to put there. They're doing better than that, but they have room to grow as well. Um, I gave props to the catchers last week. I know Terens is banged up a little bit, so I think that he is going to rest. Well, he should be back probably by the weekend, but he rested a little bit. Sanger doing really good for himself. I'm proud to see that a young catcher is really he looks like he belongs, which I think they were worried about a little bit, but he's perfectly fine. Like I said, Terens is doing great. He just got banged up a little bit. So the catchers are doing whatever they have to do. I'm not really worried about the catchers hitting. They just need to be able to catch, and they're doing that, throwing runners out. Center field, they really need to pick the bats up. I know Tyrone Taylor had a good game or two. I think he needs to get the bat going a little more. Siri, not really hitting at all, but he brings great energy. I mean, he gets on base with walks and he scores. So imagine if he can get the bat actually going, getting hits. He would be great. He would probably play every day. That's the thing I think that's holding him back because his defense is great. His bat is weak. I know but he hasn't really hit that much in his career. He has hit a lot more than what he's shown for the Mets. I mean, I don't really think he's even really made that much contact overall. Um, and then going back to Vientos, I think he just needs to take a deep breath and just relax. He's hitting the ball really well. I saw a number. I'm not into the numbers that much, but his like expected batting average was like almost 280, and it's actually only 110 or maybe a little over that. So I think that his hits will come. I'm trying to think of who else. Second base, another thing. Acuna playing great defense, hitting when he has to. Brett Beatty, I really don't want to rage about him, but I think that if he's still playing this much by the next week's episode, I will have to scream because he's terrible. I really don't. I never liked him really from the beginning. I was saying that, and I hope he proved me wrong, but I can't take it anymore, especially on defense. Like, listen, I know you're trying to play a new position to get on the field. When you're costing teams runs and a chance at winning a game, that's not going to be good because we all know his bat stinks. I think he has like 2 or 3 hits the whole season, strikes out, looks completely lost in the box. That's why I said the spring training it was too good to be true, and it's showing that right now. For his sake, I hope he turns it around, but hopefully Jeff McNeil can come back pretty soon because they need it. They need him in the lineup as a lefty bat at the lower end of the lineup because they're not going to need that much from him in the sense of batting up. He could bat seventh, probably seventh or eighth, and he'll be fine. I think he'll provide much more than Beatty's provided. I'll tell you that. And take Beatty and I guess send them down to the minors. I would look to trade them. I don't know. This experiment has definitely failed, and they have to move on because they have other prospects that could play second base a lot better than anything that he'll provide for them, and they need to get that issue out of the way so they're able to get these guys to the next step. Just looking around here, I talked about the hitting, pretty much what I wanted to get to. I need a little more for the lineup. Bullpen's been outstanding. Need the length from the starters, pretty much. One thing with Diaz, I know he's been pitching great in the games before the last outing. I know this they were losing and they just wanted to get him work because they're off the next day, and he did not look good. The velo was down a little bit. I just think that's a mental thing. I know as a pitcher, sometimes like if I'm coming in a game and you're down by a lot of runs, it's tough to get up for it. But it's like, all right, you're pitching. You got to be able to self motivate yourself and go out there and try to get. He's only pitching an inning anyway, so it's only an inning. Go out there, throw as hard as you can, get outs. You don't even need to use the slider because I'm sure they won't even hit the fastball, especially against the Marlins because they don't really hit at all. So that's something that I wish that he pitched better, had a clean inning, and was able to go on the road trip a little more clear-headed. But that wasn't the case. I'm sure he'll be back in there, of course, for a safe situation. He'll be more than fine with that one. Um, no off days coming up as well, so they need him and the entire pitching staff to be on point because they can't rely on the bullpen to get more outs every night than they can get. So starters got to be able to get in there 5, 6 innings, maybe 7 if possible. Bullpen keep the pitch count low, be able to know your role. You're going 2 innings today. You're not pitching for 2 days after. You're back uh, after that. So 6 game road trip coming up against the A's and Twins. Both teams not playing great. So 8-4, the Mets are right now. If they can win at least 4, I say at least 4, it's a failed road trip. Come back 12-6 at least. I think they could do better than that, and they'll be fine. Um, just got to keep winning series. That's what they did in 2022, and they had over 100 wins. And I think this team has more firepower. We're able to, like we saw the 6 game winning streak, that they can do that more often. So let's wrap this one up pretty quickly here. Just want to thank everyone for watching episode 32 already. I mean, I can't believe that how quick this is going, and I really want to thank everyone for just going out there on TikTok. TikTok is blowing up right now, and I'm very happy to see that. TikTok is doing really, really well. Instagram is steady, but I think we can get more out of that, and YouTube as well. We're getting a few more views, which I'm very happy about, but get a little more of those. And for now, we'll probably come back with the Knicks Rangers episode later in the week because the Knicks look trying to still clinch the number 3 seed. I don't know how I'm saying that. They have been playing better, and then the Rangers pretty much eliminated at this point. So I think we just talk about the disappointment of the season, and I think it's going to look a whole lot different next year in the Garden for those New York Rangers. But with that being said, episode 32 is over. For JD, that's it. JD out.